many times have you heard the following?
I love you. I hate you. I want you. I don't want you. I'm losing you. I can't live without you.
Relationships. Why are they so hard? And who created them anyway? Was it God, who supposedly loves us? Or was it Satan, who always wants us to suffer? Join us as we discover the true purpose of relationships by asking, who am I?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Who? Our purpose is to awaken.
Who am I?
To awaken to absolute truth.
Am I?
Who am I?
Who? Our purpose is to awaken to absolute truth. Are they one and the same? Absolute and truth. That's our purpose.
Who am I?
You have to ask the question, can God have a relationship? You know, most people say, you look in Genesis, there's something called God created, in 6 days. He created man and whatever in 6 days. So God had a relationship with Adam and Eve. God had a relationship with Satan. Now, that God had to be limited. He could not be unlimited. He could not be infinite. Gloria.
Well, if we go back to our Kickstarter, well, not our Kickstarter questions, but the questions on the board, what is the basis of God's identity? We've said that some of the terms that we've used to try to identify God, which is only words and we can't really identify who God is, but we've used the word infinite, all,
Okay.
now,
So God, the
one.
basis of God identity is that he or she, and we're using those pronouns, loosely,
Right.
that God is all.
Right.
Okay.
So that leaves, there is no other.
Yes.
If God is all, then there is no other.
But wait a minute. Weren't you taught that God created, Adam and Eve?
I was taught a lot of things, but they weren't all true.
Okay. All right. That's the important thing. We are here to find out what is truth. That's the bottom line. All right? Because truth has to be the foundation. All right? And if it's not true, then why deal with it? Okay, John.
Well, I was just to follow up on what Gloria said. Then, if that is the case, then God could not have a relationship with anyone because he or she is all, is everything, and it requires something outside of him, and there is none.
Exactly. There, you see, get clear that, there is only God. There is only God. But see, the conundrum, did I get it right, y'all? Yeah, hey, ball, give me 2 points, man. All right. The conundrum is that we have to account for what? Me. All right. And so I would say because I said I'm here. Alan Carter says he's here. All right. And then I got, God, well, where are you, God? Up there? Where? So, now I got a conundrum. I got a God who I could say is omnipresent. All right. But then I have to say, well, where am I? Christian, you had your hand up.
Yeah, so in other words, separation causes relationship. If there was no separation, there is no such thing as relationship because it's just the one.
Hallelujah. Praise Jesus and Allah and all. Yes, exactly. See, everything here, everything for humans depends upon 2 or more. That there has been a split from all. Now, how you can have a split from all and all still be all, it's impossible. And so what you're saying, Christian, your name is Christian, that there is, for humans, I identify as a body that came out of Ruth Carter, right, John?
far as we know.
That's what Mama told us, right? And so I identify with this, a piece of matter in time and space. Now notice I said I, all right? This I that thinks it knows something, and it thinks it knows its identity, and its identity is based on this, a piece of matter in time and space. And as you're saying, Christian, once I do that, I have separation. I am separate from Christian, because Christian sees herself probably as a female body. And I see myself as Alan if I think, all right, like old Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. This thinking requires separation, because all thinking has a subject and an object. There is me, the subject, and then there's something called not me. It could be a body called Carol, or a piece of chalk, or a God who I worship, or who I praise, or whatever. And if I do that, I now have a relationship. Can you think without a relationship?
No.
Right. Oh, the truth is true. Yeah, Gloria and then Christian.
So if we go, again, going back to the second question, what is the basis of human identity? And we've identified human identity as separation, lack, fear. So that's the initial separation, is thinking I'm human.
Yes.
So therefore, I've got to have a relationship with God to try to get what I think I'm lacking.
Yes.
Or try to overcome the fear that seems to be a basis. Well, if you think, you're going to come from fear.
Yeah, see, humans have to have this. Human thought have to have cause and effect. All right? I think that something caused me. That Robin and Ruth Carter had sex and Joan came first and then I came third. Right, John? All right. So that was a cause. When you identify this, yourself as this, you have something called a creator, a cause, all right, or a source. But it's a source that has to have something separate, as Christian was saying, separate from the effect. All right, here's one, here's another. All right, and so I have two here, a cause and effect. A comes before B. Cause comes before the effect. Now I have time. All right, and this is what the human mind has to have. So I do have a cause, Gloria, and I gotta make up a cause. Gotta have, because I don't want to not know, so I can make up something called a God.
Right.
All right, and I would say God created what? Me, the effect, and then I now have a relationship with this God, and I'm always looking outside of me for the other. Did I answer your question, Gloria?
You
Oh, I'm
did.
sorry, it's Christian. You
Christian
were
was
next.
Well, I just wanted to say that I found it funny that that thinking requires separation. So the driving force behind everybody wanting to find these relationships is the thought that they are separate from something. And so that's why everybody wants to be in these relationships, is because they want to connect and feel not separate, when
Yes.
really we're not separate.
Yeah.
You can't be.
You can't be. See, this all one. This is love. Love and one are the same. Okay? I'm sure at one point or another you have asked, what's the secret of life? Perhaps you even wonder, why does it have to be a secret in the first place? What's up with all the mystery? Well, on Saturday, June the 10th, we're spending the day exploring the very topic. Won't you join us?
Meet Dr. Carter in person at the Secret of Life workshop on Saturday, June 10th. Visit drallencarter.com for details.